Thank you, Devram, for the introduction. Yeah, my name is Chantal Ermling. I'm currently a bachelor student of industrial engineering and management, and I'm currently busy with writing my thesis for it. Yeah, in our second year of industrial engineering and management, we already have a course, sustainable supply chains. And there we also talk about circular strategies or get an introduction into the topic. And that sparked my interest into this area. That's also why I chose to take the circular economy transition minor. And yeah, I will tell you now a little bit about the structure of the minor first. So we have, first of all, the course Circularity Management and Technology. There we learn about different circular strategies and the complexity which come with it. But also we talk about business models and how can you combine existing business models with the circular strategies. For elements of environmental economics, we look at the connection between the environment and economics. So what is governance? What policy tools do we have available? And if you have a policy tool such as a pollution tax, for example, what does that exactly mean? Who pays the additional costs through these pollution tax? But we also looked at the environmental optimal quantity and possibilities to assess economically natural resources. For psychology and communication for sustainable change, we looked at behavior, consumption behavior, and how can we get consumers to accept circular actions and buy products with circular strategies included. All of these three classes are then needed to perform well in the game of circular economy transition. There we are split up in multiple groups, and each group is responsible for houses and companies, but also as a collective, we are responsible for the performance of our city. So this also means that we need to come up with policy instruments to navigate our performance as a city. Because also, like in the real world, we have the problem of reaching resource depletion and having too many waste emissions in case of no action. If we wouldn't have applied circular actions, we would have also in the game really quickly reached a level where, the resource depletion would be reached. These, of course, like I said, with circular actions could be, or the time till the moment of resource depletion could be extended with circular strategies such as reduce, reuse, and recycle, as it was already also mentioned earlier. When deciding on the policy tools to encourage also other groups to adapt circular actions, we had very interesting discussions because, of course, as also the minor shows, you have a lot of different perspectives on the same topic. And also in the game, the different groups had different objectives due to different performances of their houses and their companies. And this needed to all be combined while taking into account that the city also needed to perform well as a collective. Yeah, this is a lot of different perspectives, but I also think that is the strength of the minor, because we really see or learn of how complex this topic is, but that if we work together as a collective, we can really reach our goals. I also personally really like the minor because I think this topic is very future relevant, because more and more companies will have to adapt circular strategies. And we as students can now learn how to make impact after we finished our studies. And it is also, of course, interesting to see how what we are learning is applied already by, for example, Devram and Sissy. And therefore, I will now also give the word to Sissy de Beer to tell you a little bit more about her research.